Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel, EmpathOasis. So for this video, we're going to be doing it on the topic of what is their karma for hurting you? And in this video, we're going to specifically be focusing on what karma that spirit is going to allow you guys to witness as a part of your healing, as a part of helping you release the harm that these people caused you. So I'm only going to have two piles for this topic, and we're going to be making our options based off of these angel numbers. When you are ready, go ahead and take a deep breath and pick one of these piles, or you can check out both of these piles if they both are calling to you for maybe different people, or this can all be one person, and these are different levels of the karma that you're going to get to witness. So group one, you guys are going to be 666, and this angel number card is called Reflect. And I also have 444 for group 2, and this angel number card is called Protection. If you can't make up your mind between which one you want to check out, you can also try and make your selection based off the timestamps. Please keep in mind there are not messages here for everyone because this is a collective reading. If there are no messages here for you, you can go ahead and try out another one of my videos on my playlist, my karma playlist. All the videos on this channel are timeless. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Timestamps will be available in the caption. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's get into this. I want to just first take a look. If you are new to my channel, I like to first look at the overall energy of your connection, characteristics of this relationship or this person, as well as what they did to you that you're going to be getting to witness karma for. So let's jump right into this and take a look at who this person is to you guys. But first of all, the angel number card 666, I want to read the message on there for you guys real quick. It says, several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. Spirit is telling me to continue reading this how they feel I should be relaying the message from them to you. I'm going to change the words a bit, okay? But when these changes do take place, Spirit is letting you guys know that there's going to be a big shift in your mind, in your mentality, that's going to help you guys be more optimistic and self-assured and trust in the universe that things eventually balance out. Spirit wants you guys to put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Moving forward, make sure that you are paying more attention to your gut feelings, because this is going to help you guys navigate possible similar situations in a way where they're not inflicting so much harm on you, okay? But let's move on and just jump right into this. I'm going to lay this out for you guys and then we'll go through the cards. So, okay, so I do feel like Spirit is giving me a pretty good understanding of how you guys initially felt about this person, because I do feel like with the progression of these cards, we're seeing how drastically things change from your initial first impression. And I feel like Spirit wanted me to point this out. So I do feel like, initially you guys felt as though you and this person were a complementary match to each other. I feel like, this was actually a very ambitious connection, whether it was platonic or romantic. I do feel like there was a considerable amount of goals that you guys shared or you talked about wanting to accomplish together. I do feel like you guys may have even felt like, I'm hearing like you felt as though this was almost like your perfect match or someone who just got it. They understood. You felt like there was a lot that you guys had in common. You felt like you guys were very similar energies. I feel like you guys felt as though, you finally met someone who was matching your energy, who was as invested as you were. But what I am seeing, with these cards, how they're progressing, is that you guys were actually dealing with somebody who was mirroring you. A lot of their energy was not genuine. It was not authentic. That very ambitious vibe you got off of them, it was actually more of an opportunist. And I kind of feel like you guys were in a situation where this person was very strategic with you. They were very opportunistic with you. They may have even, used certain words in their vocabulary to get you to let your guard down with them, like saying things like, oh, I just want full transparency, or I just want us to be honest, things like that, to paint this picture of them having a lot more integrity than what they actually did. I feel like a lot of you may have even believed this because this person could have been, on paper, they looked like someone who embodied these characteristics. They could have been very successful in their business. They could have been someone in a position of leadership or power, or they just seem to have accomplished a lot. So it almost felt as though you didn't doubt too much of what they said because of how well they presented themselves. I feel like these people were very strategic about putting you guys in a space to where you felt open and comfortable with them and trusting of them. And this is why Spirit is bringing them this karma, because of how they approached you in such a manipulative manner. I feel like a lot of these people are very charming, very charismatic. They could have been very popular or just had a really great public reputation. And if not that, they could have been someone who was kind of just used to getting their way. This could be because they were so charming, so charismatic. That's what drew you guys to this person too. They had this kind of magnetic energy about them, a lot of confidence, a lot of self-assurance. And I feel like it made you, again, kind of trust this person because of how well their representative was showing up in the initial stages of this connection. I'm also feeling like some of you could have been dealing with somebody who was possibly a workaholic, or they had a very demanding career, and I feel like they may have gotten you to a space of investing into this connection with the promise that they were ready to shift their gears, shift their focus more towards a relationship and building a future with you. But like I said, a lot of these people presented well. I feel like when these people got into a position of when they really had to stand on business, you guys found out who they really were. Found yourself in situations where maybe you were doing the majority of the work or the labor with promises of them, contributing eventually when they, were in a better position to. I heard breadcrumbing. They could have breadcrumbed you a significant amount to keep you locked in for as long as they wanted to use you for whatever resources, or just maybe even you as long as they wanted to. They could have looked at you as a resource. A lot of you were dealing with somebody who is very much on the narcissistic spectrum. So they could have looked at you and your value in these terms, like as long as you had money to give them, as long as you were giving them your body, as long as you were giving them comfort or time. Some people will use you for emotional support even. Okay, whatever verbal or written contracts you guys had that initially you gave consent to because you were agreeing to, the conditions of your verbal or written contract, because they did not follow through on their end, your consent essentially becomes null and void. You essentially are now put into a position where this was not at all what you wanted to involve yourself in. And I feel like a lot of you, that may have affected your finances negatively, your mental or emotional stability negatively. It may have even impacted your physical health, especially if you were doing a lot of the physical labor. Some of you may have even experienced an injury because of this connection. So I do feel like that is why this person is getting their karma. It's because of this future faking. It's because of this getting your consent towards something that you weren't really consenting to if you understood everything that was involved. And even when they had the opportunity to give you all the details, because I do feel like Spirit did give these people plenty of opportunities to be honest with you, they did not honor that. I do feel like as time progressed, some of these people became more short with you, more rude with you. They would gaslight you. Some of you even got ghosted by this person. Some of you, this person may have even moved so that you could no longer locate them and either get your money back or confront them. A lot of you, when you came towards this person trying to hold them accountable or asking, for them to do what they said that they were originally going to do, they would shut down. They shut down you avoided you. You know, it was just a lot of that type of energy going on. I did pull some clarifiers so we can get a little bit more details. For you guys, I pulled cock blocking, forcer, and hustling. So we are getting some repeated messages here. So whatever this person did, if those scenarios I described weren't exactly yours, essentially what they're getting karma for is because this person did something that blocked your progress, that blocked your growth, that blocked opportunities for you. With the forcer, I feel like this person, the way they manipulated and maneuvered in this situation, they forced you guys into a scenario that you did not originally agree to. So like I said, any consent you had given was now null and void because they were not operating from a space of integrity. I feel like this person did put a lot of pressure on you guys as well. Some of you may have even experienced some form of physical pressure, physical violence, or a threat of violence for more extreme situations. Because I do feel like some of you guys may have been in situations where there was some form of power abuse that may have resulted not only in you being violated financially for some of you were physically violated as well by this person. Now with the hustling, this is all connecting back to that energy again of this person operating with you guys from a space of being an opportunist when it came to this situation with you. Or this person putting their career ahead of this connection. I feel like this person did a lot of promising of not doing that, of kind of pulling back and putting more work into this connection or in areas that were getting neglected in your connection. I even heard in your home because of how much they worked, okay? I just heard you guys were taking on more than your fair share of the labor, or you just did way more in this situation. So I now want to look at the signs coming through for this group, for you or this person, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, and then we'll look at the karma you're going to get to witness. So for this group, I pulled Neptune, which is Pisces, Pluto, which is Scorpio, Mars, which is also Scorpio and Aries, 12th house, which is Pisces, the sun, which is Leo, and 6th house, which is Virgo. Let's now take a look at what karma that you're going to get to witness. So for you guys, I got the 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Fool clarified by 7 of Pentacles, and 7 of Swords reversed. I do feel like a lot of you are going to actually get to witness this person hitting a rock bottom. And if not a rock bottom, you're going to be witnessing this person getting harmed in some kind of way, and it feels like a physical injury. They could be getting attacked by somebody, another human, or they could be taking a pretty big risk when it comes to something. Something that's going to require them to put a lot of investment into, whether it be their finances, resources, time, or just them physically. And they're going to be investing into somebody that is wearing a much better mask, is what I want to say, than they are. This person is going to be way deeper into their deception and, character that they play. I don't even want to say that they're going to meet their match. They're going to meet somebody who surpasses them with the level of deceit and opportunistic ways that they operate in. So they're aligning themselves with someone even worse than themselves, is what I'm hearing. And you guys are going to witness this. Some of you, this person hitting a rock bottom or experiencing this tragic end or downfall or pain is because of this person that they are investing into. Some of you, it could be romantic. It could be a platonic connection, like a business partnership. Whoever this person is, they're going to come into their life looking like an answer to all their prayers. This person is going to come into their life with such a good and convincing mask on. They're going to think that what they did to you wasn't wrong, because in a sense, they're going to initially think that if what I did to group one was so bad, why is this person now in my life bringing me all this luck and opportunity? But that's just going to be how they present themselves. Like I said, that their mask is a lot better than your person. And what looks like good fortune to them, they're soon going to see is going to be the root to a lot of their emotional instability, emotional turmoil. This person, I feel like, is definitely going to betray them. The 10 of Swords and the 3 of Cups reverse talks about a betrayal. So you guys are going to be able to witness this person getting betrayed in some way, shape, or form. This person might be betrayed like publicly and be put into a position where they're getting attacked and they have to defend themselves. You guys are going to witness that. Ace of Swords reverse. King of Wands reverse. I do feel like this person's lack of integrity, the fact that they're a liar, the fact that they're irresponsible is all going to be put on display. I do feel like this person is going to end up going through some kind of ego blow, and I do feel like it's going to be publicly, or it's going to be in a way that damages their reputation, because this person has, you know, poured so much into creating this fake image, this fake reputation, that Spirit's going to tear it down pretty much. The Three of Pentacles is letting me know this could be happening like at work. And for some of you, this is going to be happening while you're in court with this person. And some of you, you're going to see this happening because this person is going to literally like crash out, and they're going to be such a wreck that they're kind of going to be putting all their business out there on display. They're going to be the ones putting all that on display. A lot of the responsibilities that they were trying to avoid, Spirit is going to show you that they didn't get away with anything, that they're eventually going to have to pay for the work that they stole, the extra work they put on your back. It's going to be coming back around to them. And if these people absolutely refuse to do the work, if they refuse to take accountability, they're going to be stuck, unable to pull themselves out of these burdens that they have created for themselves that have now piled up. We see that with that Ten of Wands appearing in reverse. I just heard all the things that they spent so much energy and time, you know, and effort scheming out of or trying to escape. It's going to be all for nothing. They're going to be put in a situation where they really get caught up. I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers from my karma deck. So we get confirmation. We'll work really hard and see very little payoff. Failing health. Physical injury. I'm not laughing at them getting hurt. I'm laughing at the fact that it's clarifying the stuff that I said earlier. Life is about to humble them. Also, real quick, guys, I'm about to change the fonts to a few of my decks. So if you like this font, it's not going to be available in like a month. And the next card is you'll elevate, heal, improve, or become very successful, causing them regret or embarrassment, especially those situations where they lied about you. Homeless. Money drained from their bank accounts or a lien is placed on them. Hair loss. They create hell on earth for themselves. This is like giving me crash out vibes. So I feel like that's why you guys are going to see this. And then trap themselves in misery, playing ego games. The last card, haunted by their past with you. And I feel like they are going to be doing things that lets you guys know that they're not okay with what went down between the two of you. For your final confirmation, I'm going to pull some initials of either you or this person, and then I'll give you guys a time frame. If this video is resonating with you so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Also, if you would like to show other ways of support or reciprocity, I would love for you to check out my merch line where you can help support my business. Okay, so let's see what letters are coming through. B, G, P, S, J, O, Q, K, T, F, X, U, Y, I, E, L, A, H, and Z. Okay, now let me just get a time frame. How long it'll take for you to witness this. Now, keep in mind, because this is a collective reading, this time frame might be pretty large. Let's see what comes through. So some of you, the soonest you'll see this happening is 9 days, up to a month, or I'm also hearing towards the end of a cycle. So this can be 24-hour cycle. Some of you, this can be up to 1 year. I don't think that that's the majority of you here. I think the majority is between 9 days and a month. I hope that this resonates with you. If you would like to book something more personalized, you can do so through my website. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in my next video if you don't go to group 2. Bye. Hey, group 2, welcome to your reading. So the way I started group 1 was I had the original card and read off the message, but I accidentally, oh no, here it is. I thought I shuffled it back into the deck. I didn't realize I still had it. My bad. So I started off the first group with just reading what the message was on this card. What you guys chose was protection. And I kind of reworded the cards because Spirit was guiding me to reword the first group's message. This is pretty straightforward. Whatever took place, whatever went down, no matter how things played out, I do feel like this was some form of divine intervention. Spirit allowed things to transpire the way they did. And, you know, I'm hearing whatever this person did to you made you guys sick. It made you sick to your stomach. Like as soon as I started this video, I felt nauseous. So I feel like whatever this person did to you guys, I'm sorry you went through that. But Spirit is letting me know that they had to expose this side of this person to you to this extent so that you could separate yourself. I feel like a lot of you may have had a pretty strong emotional bond to this person. This may have been a relationship that has been difficult for you to separate yourself from in the past. Some of you might not be all the way separate from this person. You may be going through that right now. There may be some unfinished business that you're dealing with this person. And I see that with the world reversed. But I do feel like most of you may have kind of ended this relationship with this person on a sour note. Or if you do still deal with them, you try to engage with them as little as possible. You may still have to deal with them because there could be something connecting you to this person that is out of your control. Like they could be connected to somebody that you love a lot. This could be somebody that was married into your family, or this could actually be a couple. If those things don't resonate with you, I do feel like whoever this person is, some of you did date them at one point. For some of you, this was a connection that may have initially started off as one that was harmonious. You know, there was a lot of love here at one point, but I do feel like things got very combative between the two of you as things progressed. The Knight of Swords can represent someone who's very assertive and determined and also impulsive. And I feel like maybe these characteristics were getting expressed like in a more shadow aspect or in a shadow way. And this can look like someone who's like bulldozes you, who's not really sensitive or considerate with how they deliver a message. They could really lack a lot of tact. This can be somebody that can be very cold in their delivery. You could be dealing with someone who's an air sign. I do feel like some of you, this person's impulsive behavior is the reason why you guys are not on good terms anymore. If this was a romantic situation, a lot of you were dealing with someone who involved a third party, or I feel like they involved a third party. They used this person as like backup. Like they weren't able to kind of take you down on their own, so they enlisted help. This person was very strategic with how they came at you when you guys were at odds. I feel like this is someone who was very controlling. That's definitely heavy with this group. I feel like a lot of you, this person was very jealous of you, very insecure, or they struggled with low self-esteem. And I feel like these issues, you know, eventually became the root to why there was a falling out between the two of you. It could be who they chose to be in a relationship with that ended up drawing a wedge between the two of you, or had you, or caused you guys to have a falling out. I feel like there was a lot of one-sided energy in this relationship. Whatever your desired outcome that you had hoped for this connection, I feel like it did not it didn't happen. I do feel like some of you could actually be at a standstill with this person, or things just feel very stagnant with where they're at. There's no real progress, no real closure. I do feel like there's like a cycle that does not feel like it's closed out with this situation. Some of you could be waiting for a particular event to transpire before you can fully let this go. Like maybe you have to see them in court in the future, or there's just something that you know you're gonna have to see them at. It could be like a family celebration, something that, like I said, keeps you guys somewhat bound to each other in a physical sense, but energetically it does feel like you guys have disconnected, or you've at least tried to. Now, specific things that are coming through around, you know, what they did to you that is causing them to have this karma that you're going to get to witness. There could have been something that took place during a time that was supposed to be, you know, a celebratory time. It could be like at a party, a family gathering. Some of you, I'm even hearing it could have been a wedding. The Four of Wands can represent weddings. Something took place during this event that created a lot of instability for this relationship, or created a lot of financial instability for you. So maybe you invested a lot financially into this event or into this celebration with this person, and it ended up kind of causing you a significant amount of harm. Maybe this person was supposed to invest a certain amount or contribute a certain amount financially as well, and they didn't do their part, and it kind of fell on your lap. Maybe they said that they would eventually pay you back for something, and they never did. There was something about, there was this kind of facade of stability taking place in this connection, but once either this event transpired or happened or was over, or once you got to the event, tensions really came to the surface. The underlying issues between the two of you really got triggered by this event or after this event. Someone's true colors really came out. Now, it may not have happened at this event. This could just also be another identifying factor. Maybe this is somebody that you were married to. The other thing that's coming through here is it feels like, you know, you guys were dealing with someone who had this mentality of like, I gotta win at all costs. And they didn't care who they hurt, stepped on, took down in the process of them winning. I feel like this person could have been very much of an opportunist. They may have allowed their ambitions to override the well-being of their relationships or those around them. This person's energy was very selfish, very self-serving. And I feel like the impact that it had on those around them was so like not considered that spirit feels like you guys are owed some kind of karmic justice because of their ugly behavior. I do feel like whatever happened here, these people really drained you, not just energetically, but emotionally. I feel like these people really depleted you guys in multiple ways, you know, some of you even financially. I feel like you may have tried to confront this person about how their behavior was impacting you, and they straight up told you to your face, like they don't see what the problem was with their behavior. Even if you were very clear, you know, of their lack of reciprocity or generosity, this person, like I'm hearing like they're giving off this like spoiled brat, entitled energy with you. There may have been somebody like in their family or in a family unit that was very much like enabling to this person. Like you could have been dealing with like literally like this person would get into a bad situation. They'd call up mommy or daddy and have them bail them out, you know, either financially, or this a person that they're connected to could have had power in other ways that they were able to flex and get this person out of serious trouble. So it's like this person was not having to face a lot of consequences for a good amount of time. But Spirit, I feel like, is putting a stop to this now. And if it wasn't even on that level, you guys could have been dealing with somebody who was very like avoidant, or they would try to dip out after they'd cause chaos and drama in other people's lives. It's giving that energy of like someone who would be like, you know, I just don't like drama. You know, they say that like they're just this peace-loving person, but that's just their facade, because at the root, at the core of who they are, they're a liar, they're a manipulator, they're a cheater, you know, and they just do not want to be held accountable. This is somebody who just wants, I think I posted something like this the other day, like manipulative people, they just want admiration and access to you, but they don't want accountability. You know, it's giving that vibe. And they could have had people in their corner that were preventing them from experiencing serious consequences. So I know that was really frustrating for a lot of you guys that's coming through here. A lot of wounds that weren't able to fully heal because you just felt like they were constantly getting away with shit. So other things that this person may have done to you guys is they may have manipulated you emotionally to be involved in some kind of situation or just to be involved with them. And then once they got you in that position, they started becoming very emotionally abusive to you in order to exert control over the situation or exert control over you. Or once they got you in a certain position, they started financially abusing you. Yeah, this person created a lot of emotional turmoil for you guys. And I feel like a lot of the pain that they caused this group was coming from a space of feeling very inadequate in their own life. So they were projecting that onto you and trying to make you feel that way as well. I just heard like there was nothing you could do to make this person happy, to satisfy them. It's like you were constantly jumping through hoops and bending over backwards, and this person was still talking about how you don't do A, B, and C for them. So it's giving that kind of vibe. I did pull clarifiers so we can get some more details around what happened. So girl fight. So you guys are literally probably in a fight with this person. You may feel like this person is at war with you, the way that they are coming at you, very argumentative, very aggressive, very, you know, combative. You may have even gotten into a physical fight with this person, and the fact that this even happened, spirit feels like you are going to get some justice for that. Okay, child services. So some of you may be dealing with someone that you have kids with. They may have neglected your kids, abused your kids. You may be the child in this circumstance. This may be one of your parents that you felt neglected or abused by in some way. Maybe you guys try to confront them about this neglect, about this abuse, and they made it into like them being the victim in this situation. Some of you, this person may have actually done something that had contributed to getting your kids taken away from you. We also have wolf in sheep's clothing. So this person, for a lot of you, did pretend to be an ally when they were actually plotting against you, when they were, you know, really not in your corner. They were trying to cause you harm or see you fail in some way, shape, or form. These next three came out together. Spirit told me to read these together. So into you, rejected, and romantic affair. So I do feel like some of you were dealing with someone who came in really hot and heavy. They were very emotionally manipulative. And I feel like that shit got flipped real quick for someone else. And even though that's not always something that someone's going to get bad karma for, it was the way that they moved that was the reason why they're getting bad karma here. The impact it had on you emotionally. I'm feeling like this person, for a lot of you, they didn't care how this impacted you. They did not care how, you know, they moved on so quickly or cheating on you was affecting you. Some of these people were even so, you know, cold or ruthless that they were posting photos that they knew you would see or showing you images of them and this other person just to hurt you. They were flaunting this relationship in your face. I feel like a lot of you, this person did this or is doing this currently with someone that is a karmic. Or this could have been a karmic relationship for you as well. I feel like this person put a lot of you in dangerous and toxic situations, and they're going to be getting karma for that. I feel like this person was very possessive in ways that was harmful to you guys in this group, and they're going to be getting karma for that. I feel like some of you, this person may have became very obsessive and dangerous towards you and may have even caused you physical harm. I'm hearing like some domestic violence situations for sure are coming through. But yeah, it does. I just heard like this person has an entity attachment. You guys had to go through this so you can see how much power this entity or demonic energy has control over this person. I mean, I think that there might have been this illusion that this person could overcome some of this stuff, which made you guys hold on, but Spirit put you through this situation so that you did not have any more illusions about who this person was. And unfortunately, you know, you went through something that was probably extremely painful, and I'm so sorry. Hopefully majority of you guys are freed from the situation. You're no longer like in danger. Spirit is letting you know they're trying to protect you by exposing how terrible this person actually is, so that you can let go of any illusions that you still may be holding on about this person. You know, some of you, this cycle hasn't completed because there's still maybe a part of you that's like hopeful this person will heal or that they will change. And I'm letting you know right now, based on this current energy, this isn't something that's going to happen in the near future. And you need to do whatever you need to do to protect yourself and separate yourself from this person, for those who are still kind of dealing with this situation, okay? Some of you, I heard this is your family and you're like, how can I separate? You know, it doesn't have to be forever, just until you are in a much better space emotionally and energetically, okay? So let's now take a look at the signs that are coming through with this group for either you or this person, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars. So here we got Libra, Aries, Cancer. I also pulled the 4th house, so double Cancer, all right? So this person could have a lot of Cancer in their chart. 11th house, Aquarius. 9th house, which is Sagittarius, and Gemini. Okay, so now let's take a look at the karma that you are going to get to witness. So the first things coming through are the Sun reverse, 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles reverse, and 4 of Swords reverse. So whatever truth these people are trying to hide about their character, that they don't want others to see, it's going to be put on full display. I feel like there's going to be a highlighting of a truth that they don't want people to know about their character. It's going to get highlighted some way. It's going to be exposed in some way. I'm also seeing here that this person being stuck at a certain level when it comes to something. This could be with a job. This could be with their life in general. I'm seeing them being stuck at a certain level that creates a lot of mental turmoil, because they're going to be feeling like no matter what they do, no matter how hard they work, things aren't really getting better. I feel like this person is the type of person who is constantly trying to fill a void, and they struggle with feeling empty, that even the positive things that are taking place in their life, it's like they don't feel any real joy from it. There's like a cloud over their joy. And because they're so disconnected from themselves, they don't know why. They have no idea what they can do to make this feeling go away. And I feel like this is gonna like kind of slowly cause them to become more and more mentally unstable. And I feel like that's another reason why Spirit was trying to separate you from this person, because Spirit keeps showing them the truth and they keep actively ignoring the truth through external circumstances, through other people telling them certain things. Even though this isn't showing us the Tower, this is giving us the vibe of like a buildup before a Tower moment hits their life. And I feel like Spirit wanted to make sure that you guys were in the clear from becoming collateral damage to this person's, you know, I heard they're a ticking time bomb. I'm also hearing there's a lot of you here who have a lot of good fortune coming your way. And the fact that your lives are going to be so contrasting, so opposite. Spirit didn't want you guys to trigger this person in a way where they have access to you to attack your good fortune. Something is definitely coming to a completion here. I do feel like it's the end of this cycle of them getting away with things. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. Spirit is literally blocking the abundance, the success that this person's used to, until they are willing to drop this mask, to drop this character that they're playing. You know, this person on a spiritual level knows that what they're doing is not sustainable, that they can't keep up this act or this mask. You might have already seen them, you know, starting to show that they can't handle this facade anymore, this act that they've been putting on. Some of you, you're going to see this get played out in one of their partnerships. Either this person that they're connected to currently in a romantic relationship, it could be with another friend. I think some of you, you're going to see a falling out with them and the person that they recruited to try and harm you. They're going to be having some drama and it's going to get exposed. It's going to be very public. Some of you, I'm also hearing this is someone that they're bound to by either resources. This could be also a marriage as well. So this person they partnered themselves or paired themselves to is going to be like the catalyst to their karma. I just heard spiraling. I feel like this person's resistance towards their healing is going to cause a lot of, whatever shadow they've been ignoring or trying to numb out or trying to avoid. It's going to create so many blocks around their healing that I feel like you guys are going to witness this person like just really kind of going off the rails. I just heard that whatever they told you, whatever they spoke like into your life, whatever shit they try to talk, because I heard some of these people may have said some really horrible, ugly things to you. That shit is about to manifest into their life. That shit is about to appear in their life. So I just heard like some of these people maybe said something about your partner. Maybe they came after your relationship. Well, their relationship is going to manifest whatever ugly shit that they try to speak onto your connection is going to manifest in theirs. Some of you, this person may have said something like they're going to get you or you're going to regret this or something like that. That's actually going to be what they're feeling, that they regretted taking things this far with you. They're going to be put in a position to where they feel like they could have a new beginning and redo or restart with you. And I don't feel like that's going to be something you're interested in when it finally does happen. I heard that you guys had to sacrifice a significant amount for this relationship, for this person. You're going to see them in a position to where they end up having to sacrifice a lot as well. I'm going to pull some clarifiers with my karma deck. I told him group 1, I'm going to change the font on this. So if you like this font, you want this version of the deck, you might want to go get that sooner rather than later. So this card is, they will lose their job, their pension, their retirement, or be demoted. You guys may have lost your job because of this person or lost some form of finances or lost a financial opportunity because of this person's actions and behavior. They put a spiritual mark on their back, causing entities to attach to them and bring them misfortune. These people got some real demonic energy, entities attached to them, and spirit wanted you out of the way because this person is, they're heading down a really not so great path. Okay, lose support, following, endorsements, or online followers. They get taken advantage of during a moment of weakness. So I feel like these people did this to a lot of other people. Their addictions ruin their lives. So a lot of times when people struggle with addiction, that opens your auric field up to a lot of like dark entities as well. Poverty. So I do feel like someone's about to get cut off financially. They're just going to start struggling a lot financially, especially if they cause you to struggle financially. Generational curse, insurmountable debt. So I just heard that some of you were in situations where this person tried to like skip out on their responsibilities with their children with you or their kid. And they may have, ran off with someone else and had a family or kids somewhere else with someone else. And they neglected you and your child and, what they were supposed to do for y'all. I'm hearing that this person's going to get caught up in a way to where now not only do they have these other kids that they're financially responsible for, but I feel like something legally might happen where they get caught up and they're now having to pay the debt that they owe, you as well, for their lack of financial support for their own children. And I feel like the debt is going to be so bad, it's going to end up harming their other children in some way, shape, or form, because it's going to end up taking away from the financial help that they were giving to them, because now they got to split it up. Trapped in toxic karmic loops or toxic relationships. Yeah, this is someone who is refusing all the truths that the universe has been trying to show them, and they're just stuck. They're stagnant because of it. You'll elevate, heal, improve, or become very successful, causing them regret or embarrassment. Problems with the law, jail, court, tickets, fines. They will be taken advantage of. So we got this twice. So not only are they getting taken advantage of while they're in a moment of weakness, they're going to be getting taken advantage of by people left and right, honestly. Even when they're in situations where they think it's like going to be in their favor, they're going to find out that it's not. I just feel like this person's going to have like a really bad run of like a lot of bad luck. Blocked inspiration. If they stole an idea from you, stole inspiration from you, copied your work, this is a part of their karma. Someone they trust will steal from them. I literally just said they were stealing. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. And life is about to humble them. I want to pull a few letters for the initials of the people for this group, and then I will pull time frame for you guys. If this reading is resonating with you so far, can you do me a favor and please give this video a thumbs up? If you are interested in other ways that you can help support my channel and my business, you can also check out my website where you can make a purchase with my merch line. I have decks, I have cups, I have fanny packs, t-shirts, hats, a lot of things. Okay, so here are the letters: N, L, Y, J, and this can be you and all the people involved, because I did say there were a couple of people for some of you. U, P, S, T, W, F, M, O, V, B, A, and I. Okay, so let's now take a look at the time frame, the soonest to longest it'll take. Okay, I got Justice. So some of you have a court case for this, or I just heard Libra season as well. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, a completion of a cycle. This is 10, so some of you will be as soon as 10 hours is what I heard. Some of you, the time frame is not set in stone right now. Something still needs to take place. That's what I'm hearing. And 6 weeks. So the soonest is 10 hours. The longest time frame, I'm hearing 6 weeks. Some of you, I'm hearing when you go to court, Libra season. And some of you guys don't have a time frame yet. But reading these cards straight across, this is letting us know that justice is on its way. Things are shifting in your favor. Oh, you know what? There's no time frame because they're in a loop. And they keep on looping around in the same karmic lessons over and over and over again. They never actually get to that completion with the 9 of Pentacles, is what I just heard when I got that. I know I read that kind of differently than I have in the past. Let me know if it resonates with you guys. Leave a comment if you feel inspired to do so. I do love reading your comments. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. If you would like to book something more personalized, you can do so on my website. Other than that, I will catch you in my next video. Bye.